Hey y'all, welcome back to Cozy One Podcast. This is season 7, where we are dissecting different types of parents and different levels of parenting so we can be better parents, so we can be aware of what we need to tweak a little bit, what we need to get rid of, and what we need to add in. So I hope you guys are ready to be honest, ready to hear feedback and constructive criticism, because that's what it is. Most of the time I can only speak from my experiences, but majority of the time I'm talking to you about parenting that makes sense, parenting that creates a healthy family construct and healthy children. That's what we want. We want healthy children so they can have healthy families and they can live a great life. All right, so let's get into this episode. Welcome to Cozy One Podcast, Season 7, Episode 2, The Hardworking Dad, because we know of them. I don't know. I love seeing a father who isn't scared of work for himself, for his family, and for his kids. I think that's cool, but I think he does need balance, and the balance has to come within his time that he shares with everyone, including his business. And that's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the hardworking dads out there who really don't have time to defend themselves against who thinks what, or defend why they do what they do, why they go so hard like they do. But I just want to encourage them to have some balance.
Hey Cozy One fam, this is JC, the dopest mommy around and owner of He Hates My Tees, a novelty t-shirt company based out of Arlington, Texas. This is our first year grinding it out, and baby, it's been a beautiful journey. I'm a mommy of 2 spicy kids, Davy and Jameson, and an educator. And I started my company as a way to be self-sufficient and control my own narrative on my value after working several years in a corporate environment being, undervalued. My latest collection is called The Dopest Around, saluting all dope ass folks. We just released the Dopest Mommy Around dad hats, and they are fire. You hear me? Fire. It's available in several colors. Follow us on IG at He Hates My Tees, and visit our website, hehatesmytees.com. And that's tees, Tees. Use code COZY15 for 15% off your purchase. Love ya, be dope, stay dope, and I'll see you around.
Here we go.
Back to the show. I think as a man, especially a family man, you get pulled in multiple directions. You gotta get pulled in a direction for work, for yourself time. If you take that time out, for the person you're dating or you're married to, for your kids, and for your friends. But I don't think men do a great job of balancing all of that. So I took it upon myself to find that balance for you guys. So I think if the hardworking dad could balance 30% of his time for work, I think that will give him enough time to do what he needs to do for his family and himself. If there was enough self-care time, let's say 15% of your time could be for self-care. I'm talking that's how you get your rest. That's how you make sure your feet don't look like monsters and your hands and your nails are clean. That's how you pay attention to the oil that's on your face from all the hard working that you do. And please exfoliate. Men can be straight and narrow and still have a face skincare routine. Lotion in your body. Don't be out here ashy just because you're working. Taking pride in the clothes that you don't wear to work when you're off, and going out to eat and traveling and setting aside your vacation and actually taking that vacation time to relax. Your spouse time. I think if you're married, your spouse does come first because they need to be able to provide for the family if you can, and also take care of the children if you have children. But with the fact that they also are adulting, I think 15% of your time around everything else for them is good enough, especially when you're going home to the same house. You know, they can call you, they can reach you, they know where you work, they can talk to your family, all of that. But I think 15% of your time needs to be spent together where it's just you and them. And I'm not talking about just in the bedroom in the morning, at night. I'm talking about, did you go have lunch together? Did you guys take like a weekend trip and have somebody watch the kids? Like, you have to be very determined to set aside time for your person. Kids, because regardless of if you're together with your spouse or their mom or their dad, regardless, you're going to be a parent. You're going to be their parent. So I think kids deserve 25% of your time. You need to know who their friends are. You need to know what they're into, what they're happy with, what they're not so happy about, how they're doing in school. Maybe y'all do a certain subject together. Maybe you're good at math or you're good in history, and you guys are just, sharing thoughts back and forth, but that window of communication with your child is open. Because I think our fathers thought providing was enough, and at the end of the day, it wasn't. We didn't know who our dads were until we possibly became parents. And that shouldn't be. There's a big gap of time that they're missing, of bonding, of figuring out who you are, where that's not even done if you're so focused on just providing. There's more to being a great father than just providing, so you have to balance that time. Balancing is top tier. It's all about being evolved with your kids as they grow, not after they grow up, not now that they can go to games with you and drive their own car and meet you places. Now you guys make a relationship. No, that should be ongoing throughout their life. Like, I don't want to grow up with strangers in my house. Shout out to Tamia. I just don't. And I know a father shouldn't, feel helicoptered by moms when they want to bond with their kids. Let him figure out what that relationship is like on his own. Let them go over and spend time at their job. Let them go out to ice cream together, just them. Like, some things have to be just mom and the kids. Some things have to be just dad and the kids. It can't always be all of you, because you're not giving space to let kids bond. Kids need their fathers. Kids need to feel like their father's presence is valid in everything. Ask questions. They need to feel like they can ask you hygiene questions, especially boys. They need to feel like, they can ask you about cooking, have their emotions with you, talk to you about school. The respect will be way more in depth if a father can also be hardworking and balance all that comes with raising their kid. I just want to see less fathers who are strangers to their children. And that's really my focus. That's really what I want to see. And I want to feel like kids feel like their dads are go-to, just like their moms are go-to. Because if you don't fill in that gap, you're going to have another generation of kids who are new fathers that don't know what fathering is about. And the way that we stop that is having a very healthy, balanced relationship with our kids as dads. And I'm all for having hardworking dads. I love the fact that there are hardworking dads out here. But I think you can be your best dad. You can be your best self once you can balance your time. And that balancing your time is very important. So please, self-care through all of that. Spend time with your spouse. Spend time with your friends. 15% of your time can be your friends, and that's 100% of you. Okay? So just remember that you require some self-time. You require some time for this person, that person, and this person. And you can also work, but you have to be intentional about it. Again, thank you for the hardworking dads, and thank you for listening to Cozy One. Peace. Bye.
Bye.
What's so special about Hero Bread's soft, fluffy, and delicious breads, buns, and tortillas? Hero Bread serves up 0 to 1 grams of net carbs, 5 to 11 grams of protein, and high fiber in every delicious serving. Made with natural ingredients, Hero Bread supports gut health, promotes weight management, and helps maintain blood sugar. Hero also drops other limited edition ultra-low net carb goodies like rich, flaky croissants and buttery brioche slider rolls. Head to hero.co to shop today.